I'm black. I've been working for the company for a long time, and I know I've been treated fair for the last 20 years.
That's not what happened when Vince said the N-word in front of you. That's not being treated fair. My opinion. And to that statement, it's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying what people are saying. I'm saying what your audience is saying. So it's not just me just talking out of my ass out of nowhere. It's what your audience has been complaining about for the better part of like 2-3 years from not seeing black talent even getting single matches on PLEs and stuff like that. It's not.
I rest assured I had the energy when I saw him because I approached Swerve Strickland and I had a conversation with Swerve Strickland. Let's talk about the conversation in depth as far as what I told Swerve Strickland. I had an offer to be on VladTv before as well, and I turned it down. And they called me back and they offered me money to go on VladTv, and I turned it down because I was not going to go on VladTv and be exploited. I wasn't going to go on, on VladTv and him make me look like a fool in front of the world. I was not going to do that, and I wasn't going to go on VladTv and say anything negative towards any black man that's ever been in this business because I know how hard it is for all of them. And I've been the first one to say any brother getting his bag, I'm all in. 100%. But I told Swerve Strickland to his face how disappointed I am in him as a young brother because all I did for Swerve Strickland ever was put him over and put him on a pedestal.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
It looks like Vlad is back at it again. This time he's going back and forth with the wrestler Booker T. Okay, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on in 2025, but here we are. Okay, recently Booker T, he claims that he turned down a VladTv interview. Well, moments ago, Vlad responded to these claims. Okay, in his post, Vlad says, I just saw a video with Booker T saying he refused to do VladTv because I get people locked up. That's a lie. Booker T was booked to do my show and was at my studio, but I was running late. He's mad that Swerve brought up Vince McMahon using the N-word around him in a video. Then Booker T responds back at Vlad with some screenshots and saying, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Okay, in these screenshots, you can see Vlad reached out to Booker T back in September of 2020. Okay, it's important to note the dates because again, as you can see here, there is no response from Booker T up until January 8th of 2021, where you see thanks, but no thanks. Okay, and as you can see here, Vlad is a little bit disappointed, but apparently Vlad is saying this is all BS. Okay, Vlad responded back to Booker T's screenshots, and as you can see here, he says, 100% lying. You happily agreed to do the interview and even showed up to the studio. Here's our initial DMs again. I ran late and you stormed out. I tried to reschedule and you were in your feelings, making a video saying you turned down VladTv because I get people locked up, but forgetting to mention that you actually showed up to a VladTv interview is ridiculous. Vlad would then upload a screenshot of him reaching out to Booker T back in July of 2020. Okay, it's important to note the dates because Booker T's screenshots and the dates were different from this screenshot Vlad uploaded. But listen, Vlad didn't stop there with the disrespect. He followed up with another post saying, when Booker T isn't making up lies about refusing to do VladTv interviews, he's hanging out with his registered ex-offender. I'm not even going to say it. You see, I had to blur out the names, but now he accusing Booker T of hanging out with ex-offenders. I mean, come on now. Of course, Booker T, he wasted no time responding back at Vlad being petty. And in this post, Booker T says, I've been a guest trainer at hundreds of wrestling schools over the years, helping to teach and mentor up-and-coming talent. I don't conduct background checks on every trainer or individual I've crossed paths with or taken photos with along the way. This feels like a clear attempt to falsely associate me with something I have 100% nothing to do with and absolutely no knowledge of. Any student who's trained with me can vouch for the kind of coach, mentor, and person I am. My record speaks for itself. All right, now, of course, Vlad said he is willing to go on a wrestling podcast to discuss his beef with Booker T over this Swerve Strickland interview. Okay, as you've seen in the clip, Swerve talked about racism in the wrestling business. You get what I mean? Now, according to Booker T, he said he was disappointed to even see Swerve on VladTv, considering the reputation Vlad has earned himself over the years. Okay, many people accuse Vlad of getting rappers set up. All right, we know about the label Culture Vulture. You get what I mean? Even one of the fans on Twitter asked Vlad straight up, has anybody publicly came out and said you got them locked up? Vlad responded saying, not a single person, because it never happened. All right, now side note, for those who are completely unaware of the many accusations Vince McMahon has been hit with over the years, I encourage y'all to watch the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix. Okay, after you see this documentary, you'll see there's some truth to what Swerve was saying in his interview when speaking about racism in the wrestling business. Okay, Swerve spoke about the bit where Vince McMahon is seen dapping up John Cena after calling him the N-word. Okay, John Cena, white wrestler who they marketed as street. You get what I mean? In the same sketch, he walks right past Booker T, who is shocked. You get what I mean? Moments like this, it only proves the point that Swerve was making in his interview on VladTv. All right, now recently, it's being reported that No Jumper is going broke. Okay, you see this picture right here? This was taken a couple weeks ago of Vlad hanging out at No Jumper with Adam 22 and others. But according to reports, Adam 22 is now saying that No Jumper is broke. Okay, now of course, Vlad wasted no time responding to these articles, right, to these reports, basically asking everyone, should I buy No Jumper? Okay, some would say that Adam 22 used the same formula that Vlad did for his platform when building up No Jumper. And as you can see, Vlad, you know what I mean, he's already interested in buying No Jumper. And that's very odd for some, right? Because recently we've seen the controversy involving Big U. And once you read into the paperwork, right, about this RICO, you'll see law enforcement acknowledge the fact that a bulk of their evidence came from interviews, podcasts. You get what I mean? So to act as if these claims are just, you know what I mean, just people picking on Vlad. No, there's some truth when people say that Vlad and his interviews could get you jammed up. You get what I mean? It's the style of questioning in which Vlad goes about when conducting his interviews, and you hearing it from actual law enforcement say, listen, a bulk of our evidence come from interviews and podcasts, right? And I get it. At the end of the day, no one's being forced to answer questions. And, you know, considering that Vlad does pay guests, right? You see offered Booker some money to make an appearance. You know, at the end of the day, people are going to take the check. You get what I mean? But you can't say you're not, you know, you're not aware of these claims being made against Vlad. It's gotten to the point you got wrestlers saying, I'm not going on Vlad because of the reputation, right? And him having a reputation of pitting people against each other, even in this situation. Booker T going against Swerve. When according to Booker, he felt like it was disappointing just to see Swerve speak about the business on VladTv because of the reputation. But again, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on this controversy involving VladTv, Booker T, and Swerve Strickland? Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time. Peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor and check out my homie Grand Finale's latest video titled Less is More. Okay, available on YouTube right now. I'm about to bless y'all with the teaser. If you like what you hear, make sure to hit the link in the description to subscribe to the homie's channel. Also leave a comment and tell him that Rip sent you. Alright? Alright y'all. Peace.
You starstruck, you stuck when I leave you in awe. What you saw had you floored as you picked up your jaw. Can't ignore, you was shook to the core. Couldn't endure what many claim this war wasn't witnessed before. Earthquakes and aftershocks and tectonic plates and magma rock.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.